Hey, thanks for clicking on the link. I just wanted to make this quick video. It's a review video about a video game prop that I found in the store, and I didn't even know that they made this. And I collect a lot of video game props. I've got things like the Gears of War Lancers. I got a couple Halo weaponry. I got some swords, some video game stuff like that. But anyway, this one in particular I wanted to do a video on because, like I said, I'd never seen it before. I did some research into it after I bought it because I saw it and I had to buy it immediately. No questions asked. Turns out they only made 100 of these things. Don't know if the other 99 are still out in the world. Maybe some got broken along the way. Who knows? But at least at one time, there's only 100 of these things. So I'm kind of lucky that I got this. I didn't even realize that when I bought it. I'd never seen it before. But anyway, enough of the talking. Let's get down to it. Now, if any of you play Garry's Mod or know of it, hopefully you've seen or you understand what I'm about to show you here. If you don't, that's okay. I'll take a moment to explain this. This is the tool gun from Garry's Mod. They call Garry's Mod a sandbox game. I call it more of an experience because unlike most games where you don't have a storyline or missions or quests or anything like that, I'm just going to show off a little bit of the box while I do this. This is not a whole heck of a lot to look at, to be honest. Just a bunch of G's. It says Garry's Mod upside down, Garry's Mod right side up, and then the actual front, another G on the side there. So anyway, so Garry's Mod, you just kind of get in it and mess around in it. You can do whatever you like. You can create levels. You can make machinimas out of it. A lot of talented people do that, and I love watching them. But yeah, so this is the prop of the gun. I'm going to show the gun in a minute. The only problem is that underneath here is the actual product, but it's very reflective, so you don't really get to see it so good that way. But I'll take it out of the box in a minute and show you guys. Anyway, I did just want to show off real quick. I think it's made by Just Toys International in association with Face Punch Studios. But anyway, normally, I know that NECA and some of these other people, they're the ones who make. I mean, a lot of the props that I have from other video games are made by NECA. They do a wonderful job. A lot of the little action figures from BioShock and things like that are made by them. So I don't know if this is. I mean, I did look at their website, and they had some other like toys from video games and stuff, but I don't know a whole lot about the company. But anyway, I'm not here to do history on them. I'm here to show you guys this. So I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the box. I'm not calling this an unboxing review because I already took it out of the box, and I just wanted to talk about the gun more than anything. So anyway, let's go ahead and pull this beastie out. I know you can't see it yet, but there you guys kind of see it now. But here it is. This is the tool gun from Garry's Mod. If you guys, if you guys play the game, this should look really familiar to you. If you don't, then I'm sure you're wondering what the heck this is. Well, again, basically what it is the tool in the Garry's Mod game. It's not really a mod, it's a game now, full-fledged game on Steam. You use this in the game to do pretty much everything. This is your spawner, your creator, your destroyer, your modifier, all that good stuff. And yeah, it's pretty cool, I gotta admit. A little lightweight for my tastes, but again, they only made like 100 of these things, so they weren't mass-produced for the for general public, I guess. I don't know who has the other 99. I was reading up on it on I think it was Face Punch's website, one of the three. Face Punch Studio, sorry. One of these did show up on eBay and sold for like $202 and some odd cents. But yeah, anyway. So a couple of the features of this. Again, it's actually pretty accurate to the gun in game. Like instead of just throwing a regular old 9-volt battery on there, they actually made this one right here. Not non-functional, of course. It does have batteries, and I'll go over that in just a little bit. And then you got your motherboard right there and your ribbon cord. Your I don't know if this has a technical term. I'm just going to call it the spool. It does spin. Doesn't spin mechanically or anything. You have to do it yourself. Another little battery here. A joystick, which I would assume that if this were to be like the actual weapon, or shouldn't say weapon, but tool, you'd use this kind of like the N64 controller to move things around in the world. Here's a little screen, and in game this would be basically your little like heads-up display. We could see all the items you have and things like that. Now it does have batteries in it. It does not make the noise, which, you know, sometimes like I like props that make the noise from the games, but other times it can be kind of annoying. Especially if you give it to somebody and then they just constantly make the noise all the time. But anyway, so I'll show you what happens when you pull the trigger. It lights up. It's got 3 little LEDs there, 2 red, 1 green. They're actually incredibly bright, and I just blinded myself slightly by looking into it. I did mention it is lightweight. You know, it's a lot of plastic. I don't, with the exception of some of the screws and I'm sure the wires in it, I don't think there's really any metal in here. So if you were to use this for a cosplay, or if you wanted to make like a real life Gary's Mod, which if real life was like Gary's Mod, that would be amazing. This wouldn't be half bad, honestly. But oh, and people ask, there's nothing down the barrel. It doesn't light up or anything like that. Anyway, so as I was saying, so yeah, it is pretty lightweight. There's no metal in it, which part of me is a little worried by that. I mean, I'm not going to be running around my local town spawning balloons and G-men and ant crabs. Not ant crabs, ant lions. Sorry, ant crabs would be head crabs and ant lions. But anyway, so yeah, it's a lot of plastic. It is lightweight. It does seem pretty durable. I mean, I wouldn't want to be, you know, throwing this thing around or anything like that. But, you know, they really only made this, like I said, 100 of these exist, as I know. Maybe one day NECA or some of these other manufacturers would start making these things, which I think would be kind of cool. I mean, I'm always up for video game props. I have a couple. I'm always adding to my collection. And this one, I was surprised to see it. The only thing I've always hated on some of these props is like when you can just obviously see the screw holes there. But, you know, this is not... I know it's a finished product, but I wouldn't consider it a general public product. I mean, this was clearly a very limited release. I believe it was con exclusive to one of the San Diego cons, as it says right there. Convention exclusive. And I gotta admit, when I first saw it, I thought this was a kit that you had to put together and it came silver like that, and you had to paint it. But, you know, luckily it came like this. And there are just a few differences I see between the graphic on the box and the actual product. But, you know, I'm not a critic. I'm not going to tear this thing a new one just because it's, you know, thin plastic and, you know, the battery isn't quite the same spacing as that picture and nonsense like that. I'm actually very pleased with it. I am going to keep the box. Normally with things like this, I throw the box out just because, you know, there's just like a plain box. But this one... this one's pretty cool. I'm actually going to put it down here for a second. But one thing I like about this box is that when you open it up, there's plastic here, and then this sits in a plastic shell, plastic sleeve, and then it has a piece of plastic on top of that. So let's see if I can get it to fit in there like that. So it still acts as like a good display unit. And, you know, maybe one day I'll put like a little LED strip down there on the bottom of the box, or I might even buy like a pistol display case. Kind of reminds me of the old Colt single-action revolvers. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, you know, if I ever get my hands... Oh, I forgot this fell out. This is basically just a little battery safety information nonsense. And one thing... Actually, what I will put off to the side is the gun again. One thing I thought was clever... I haven't actually opened this yet, so I won't. But there's this little... am I holding that right? Yeah. There's this little schematic in here for... I'm assuming it's supposed to be the gun. I mean, I... don't really know. Nothing stands out. It does say like adapter muzzle and a breaker. It looks like it has a nuclear symbol. But anyway, that's just a neat little piece that was included with the prop. So yeah, I mean, this isn't going to be a long video. I'm probably going to end this very, very soon. But it's very clever, I have to admit. The only thing I don't like is that this screen is very dark. Like it doesn't look like the print quality was great, but you know, you're not going to be looking at it that close. You know, this is something that you'll run around a convention dressed up as, you know, Dr. Kleinman or Dr. Breen or Dr. What's the other one? Magnus, Dr. Magnus. Eli's not a doctor, I don't think. He probably has a doctorate. But anyway, so this would be more of a cosplay piece. So from a distance or in pictures, you know, it's going to look good. But yeah, when you look up close, you can certainly see that some of this, you know, could have used a little bit more work. But again, considering that this was a very limited run, I can see why they, you know, they didn't put the utmost detail into it. Still very nice, though. All right, well, thanks for watching this video, and I might do some more props that I have from games, so keep your eyes open for that. Thank you very much, and take care.